my background has always been software engineering. Started my career from PayPal, worked for a bunch of companies across the UK, Africa, the US. Flutterwave was a response to the fragmentation of payment in Africa. I saw firsthand how payment in Africa was extremely not really interoperable. If you go to Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, payment is highly advanced, but in those markets still, you can't really use, for example, a payment type from Nigeria in Ghana or vice versa. And obviously, that does not allow trade to flow as it should in those countries. And I also saw firsthand companies struggle while trying to pay contractors, pay their staff across Africa. That was the original problem statement. And alongside me and my co-founders, we decided to solve this problem by building an interoperable payment infrastructure that makes payments simple in Africa.
We first met Flutterwave back in 2017 during their seed round. I was immediately taken aback by meeting both founders, E and GB at the time. So E came into the meeting super energetic, was trying to describe the vision of what they wanted to create, which was basically a payment infrastructure that would basically allow digital payments in Africa. GB, who was the CTO at the time, when he came in, it was a no-brainer. They had so much charisma. I called it infectious energy. It was an energy that I had to get involved with. I had no choice at that point.
I recall back in the day, George and the team working with us in securing the investment from Plug and Play. But what is so important here was the fact that our first US office was actually in the Plug and Play HQ in California. And that was so impactful as a company, right? It was the time where we were solving problems, we were trying to scale the business, we were flying back and forth within San Francisco and Lagos and trying to ensure our customers are happy with us. But beyond that, we're also trying to find the right fit for our business. And I think those were early days of struggles. I recall looking for talent, looking for people. My co-founders would bring their network to the table, we would bring ours as well. We couldn't even afford to pay the best talent we could find. I recall for the first 2 years plus of the company, I didn't take a salary at all. And the goal was just putting everything we could put into the company to make it work. That's a big part of our story, which we're very proud of.
I often talk about founder market fit, and this team had exactly what I was looking for in a team. The CEO at the time was the founder of Andela, which is a very big company. Mark Zuckerberg put in $26 million into that company himself. The CTO basically opened up 10 markets for PayPal before joining as a co-founder of Flutterwave. So when it comes to founder market fit, these two founders had exactly what I was looking for. One who scaled a company before, had a great sales experience. One is a technologist who opened up different markets in the payment infrastructure space already. So they married their backgrounds together and came and built a digital payment company in Africa.
Plug and Play invested in Flutterwave in our seed round, just around YC period. Very smooth process. They believe so much in our product, our vision, the team, and they made their investment in Flutterwave. It was seamless. George and team were very impressive. I met everybody all the way to the CEO of Plug and Play, the founder side, and I think that was great. That kind of support is what an early stage company needed at that particular point.
First impressions were, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I've never been to Africa. I don't know how people even transact money in Africa, right? So it was a lot of research, a lot of understanding what the founder was building. They were explaining that over 95% of transactions in Africa were cash-based. So if you took an Uber, you would pay your Uber in cash. The likes of Airbnb couldn't really transact in Africa, or Netflix, right? So how do you transact in a digital economy with cash payments?
One core value for me as a person that has helped me a lot in my journey has been resilience. You have to be resilient. That's why understanding your goal, your North Star, is very important, because this journey will be a lot of ups and downs, but through it all, be resilient, stay true to your goal and vision, and ride the storm.